So this one we've added another row. And obviously, as you do this, eventually you don't need to bother with these tables. You can start to do it without. I don't do the tables anymore, but it's just a way of sort of organizing your thinking. So we've identified the known substance as oxygen because we've got the mass. The target is propane. Step 2, work out the molar mass. So we look at the periodic table. We've struggled at first to work out which one of them is propane. You'll come across this in organic chemistry, but if you've not yet, let's work out how did we find out it was this? Well, basically by process of elimination. We know that's water, we know that's carbon dioxide, that's oxygen, so that must be propane. C3H8, each carbon is 12, so we're going to do 12 times 3, and each hydrogen is 8. So each hydrogen is 1, so we just add 1 times 8, or 8. We get up to 44. 32, because it's O2, 16 times 2. That's step 2 done. What mass do we have? Well, we've been given 50 grams. We don't know the mass of the target because that's what we're going to get to, but we did obviously. As you can see, we got to 1375. Let's see how we got to that. How many moles did we work that out? Well, if the molar mass is 32 grams, what we did is I showed you how to calculate the formula rather than just use the formula. The molar mass is mass over moles, and the way that I saw that is because the unit is grams per mole. So the unit for grams is the unit for mass. That's moles is obviously the unit for moles. So mass over moles. And then we can just rearrange that formula. Moles is equal to mass over molar mass. So it's 50 over 32, gives us 1.5625. Now this last row here I added because it helps us to see how to calculate step 6, which previously was step 5. The ratio is based on the balanced equation. We're looking at the large numbers for the target and the known substance. So yeah, 5 to 1. So that means, and this is in terms of moles, that's why I've written moles in brackets there. So this amount of moles represents that many parts. So 1.5625 is 5 parts. So 1 part would be 1/5 of that. So we divide that by 5, and that's how many moles of the target substance, that's how many moles of propane we'd get. And finally, to work out the mass, we just do the molar mass multiplied by the amount of moles. Okay? And this makes sense. The number makes sense if we've got less than 1 mole, so we're going to have less than whatever that is, and that looks about right. Okay, so that's the answer.